Bow is an East London district inside the London Borough of Tower Hamlets, 5 miles from Charing Cross in Travel Zone 2. During the 1100s, Matilda, wife of Henry I, managed to fall into the River Lea, soaking up all her clothes on one of her awkward journeys over to Barking Abbey. Out of vexation, she ordered a 3-arched stone bridge to be built in a bow shape across the ford of the river to rid her of any further embarrassment. Such a bridge had never been seen before, existing 66 years before the first stone version of London Bridge, making it the very first in London and almost certainly the whole country. Bow was originally part of Streetford, or Stratford as we know it today, and is an abbreviation of Stratford-le-Bow, of which the Bow part referred to that bowed bridge over the ford connecting Essex to Middlesex at the time. From that, this district was then written down as an official settlement in its own right. The fictional district of Walford in the BBC soap drama EastEnders has an imaginary East End location occupying the real-life map position of Bromley by Bow, a district just underneath Bow. The canopy of this entrance door to what was the old Poplar Town Hall has a rarely noticed but interesting mosaic from 1938 depicting River Thames landmarks and Docklands connections into Bow. A Cockney is a certain type of working class Londoner with a distinctive English dialect, one proudly born within earshot of a particular set of ringing church bells. This central London church in Cheapside is called St Mary le Bow, and its bells are named the Bow Bells. The name of the church and its bells are purely coincidental in regards to the Bow district. A survey about the distance of the bell sound waves was carried out in 2000. Today the bells can be heard 3 miles to the south, 4 miles to the west, 5 miles to the north, and 6 miles to the east of Cheapside. Therefore, EastEnders are more likely to be Cockney than anyone else. Two Latin-inscribed archways from 1986 bookend the market, alluding to the area's Roman past. As the name suggests, Roman Road was built by the Romans as a main route from Londinium to their Colchester fortress. Green Street Market was renamed Roman Road when archaeological discoveries of the actual medieval road were uncovered running parallel to it in 1845.
If you want high fashion quality gear at low prices, this is the place to come. This is where you've got to be, or you're just wasting your time. Saturdays and Thursdays are a good day to come here, so don't come too late, don't come too early. That's the moral of the story. You find plenty of bargains, high fashion quality bargains.
The surrounding area was a hive of manufacturing, industry and residential property. Residents started selling life essentials illegally along Roman Road from their front rooms before shops were a thing, and it was legally established in 1888. Long-standing businesses like the George Kelly Pie and Mash Shop of 1939 continued to delight hungry shoppers whilst maintaining the area's character. For the last 200 years, East Enders in particular have flocked to it time and time again for ridiculous bargains hard to find elsewhere. A visit would be announced as, "I'm going down a Roman."
Hello, this is Roman Road Market. Been here 150 years. Anytime you want to pop down, come and have a look. You're more than welcome. And welcome to London Districts.
By the 1700s, things got gory in Bow. The kinds of dangerous industries or smelly trades that the city rejected were relegated to the East End, but things like animal slaughter and butchery operated here predominantly to service the busy London markets. As an offshoot, the people here could then produce a popular blue and white porcelain by mixing cattle bones and clay to become what is known as Bow porcelain. This bus garage first opened as a tram depot back in 1908, before becoming the main depot that garaged the London's iconic Routemaster buses up until 2004. Today it continues to garage most of TfL East London's bus fleets. Bow Church is the main place of worship in the district, having been on the site in some form for 700 plus years. The present building dates back to 1490. During the reign of Mary I in the 1700s, it became well known as a Catholic incineration site. Prisoners from Newgate would be transported here and literally roasted alive. The Bryant and May Matches Factory of 1843 had 5,000 employees knocking out 300 million matches per day, making it very lucrative. But girls were working 14 hours a day for peanuts and overexposure to phosphorus, which can kill. Theodore Bryant commissioned this effigy of the then Prime Minister, William Gladstone, and then docked their wages to pay for it. In protest, the girls drew their own blood to deface the outstretched hand of Gladstone, highlighting the fact that it had literally been paid for by their blood. Passers today can still catch him red-handed, since locals cover the hand in red paint to commemorate the strike action of the match girls and their terrible plight.
London Districts.
Cockney rhyming slang was first used in the East End during the early 19th century and was used specifically by East End natives. Its typical construction involves substituting an obvious word or term with a phrase naturally including a rhyming word, but omitting that word for obscurity. This would render the origin and meaning of the phrase elusive to listeners not in the know. If an East Ender said to someone, "I'm going to have a look," they'd replace the word look with butcher's hook, but trim off the word hook to instead say, "I'm going to have a butcher's." A more modern form of rhyming originated specifically in Bow through the grime music genre, manifesting the gritty East End infrastructure and industrial Docklands elements into its sonic production and fully embracing the authentic lingo of the working class environment into its lyrics. The two prominent pioneers who kicked it all off, Wiley and Dizzy Rascal, both grew up in and created the genre from this district.